Political strategist to the Biden campaign and also the founder of Game Over Israel, which is a global campaign calling for a boycott of Israel's national team. Ashish, welcome to the studio. So, looking at the time, we're close to the start of that match at 20 GMT. And 6 weeks ago, there was a chance that this game might not go ahead.
Right. I mean, look, the only reason this game is going ahead, we have tracked back to your intro. Alexander Sefrin was going to expel Israel on the 30th of September if it wasn't for Trump's ceasefire plan, peace plan, and he shelved that idea at that moment. We shouldn't be here at this point where Israel is still playing football in Europe. And anything that happens, whether it's tonight at Villa Park or any game going forward where Tel Aviv is going to participate, whether there's an incident between fans or everything should be on Alexander Sefrin's head. But even moreover with the UK, you saw our Prime Minister take the side of a foreign state's football fans. Foreign states fans who, by the way, European police have shared with his police forces, have participated in Gaza.
Yeah, just break that down for us, because we were speaking about this in the newsroom and about the impact that this has had in the UK, because police said it was not safe to hold this match. And I understand the Prime Minister then actually had criticised the police decision.
And called them anti-Semitic for that decision. And it's wild to us all, right? Think about this. If you remove all politics from this, it's an operational police decision. It's not like the police in the United Kingdom are on Palestine's side, right? This is not about that. They make decisions independently of the government. They made a decision based off intelligence that was shared by foreign police forces from Greece, the Dutch, and Europol, the equivalent of the FBI in Europe. And the Prime Minister decided that, no, West Midlands Police doesn't know what it's doing.
Why?
Well, we all know the issue is his complete bias towards the Israeli state. At this point, he's willing to have genocidal fans, people who the Dutch police shared had participated in Gaza with the West Midlands Police. They were a threat to people on the ground. He is willing to put them in the streets of Birmingham and not protect British citizens and not protect British football fans. He was willing to put their lives at risk for fans from another state. Now think about this, in what other context would this happen? If fans were this violent or had participated in war crimes or had just been hooligans from Germany, from Spain, Switzerland, wherever, would the Prime Minister have got involved? And the question is, what's his allegiance to? Is his allegiance to British football fans, British citizens and people of Birmingham, or is his allegiance to a foreign state or foreign football fans or people who've participated in a genocide?
So it is right now close to 19:30 GMT. It's going to kick off. We'll have kickoff in half an hour. What are you expecting?
Look, I expect the pro-Palestinian protests to be peaceful, of course. I expect people who gathered there to show how offended they are that they have to host this game. You know, this is on multiple layers at this point. The Israeli football teams, the national team and their club teams should have been banned. UEFA, by the way, want this. UEFA Executive Committee members were going to overwhelmingly vote for this. In their 19-member committee, Israel can't vote on the committee, even though they're on it. So the 19 members, we already know there were 14, 15 members who were going to expel them.
So UEFA wants to ban Israel.
And
how close were they?
Oh, they were going to hold a vote on the 30th of September. The only person who can call the vote is Alexander Sefrin. And at this point, every day that goes past, he is responsible for normalizing with a genocidal state. He's allowing them to participate in world football, in European football right now, and saying it's okay that you've committed this genocide. We'll let you continue to play football with us.
One second, Ashish, if you could just look at what we have on our screens right now. We have the live images there from Birmingham, and I understand there have been some clashes with police and protesters. Just how tense will this be right now in Birmingham?
Look, between the Prime Minister and Alexander Sefrin, they have possibly started a race riot. You know, think about how they've basically said to everybody that this is anti-Semitic, that this is about the safety of Jewish people. This was never about those two things. The police made this decision to basically hold the line and protect the people of Birmingham.
Yeah, it's getting quite rowdy right now. Yeah.
And look, what you're going to see, if any, right now, you have a police force that's amped up, that's told that it was going to see violence, right? That it was going to see that. And you're going to see counter-protesters from the far right who've already promised to turn up, I think at the request of Tommy Robinson, a white supremacist, a former convict in the United Kingdom, who has asked other people to turn up and disrupt a pro-Palestinian demonstration calling for the expulsion of Israel's clubs and their national team.
And so just to be very clear, no Maccabi fans at all?
No Maccabi fans.
Okay.
At all. And look, what you're seeing there probably is counter-protests from white supremacists and far-right individuals who've been sent to that ground to disrupt this pro-Palestinian protest.
You know, I'm sure many people are asking, why is this even taking place, given what it takes to put all this police force here?
No, it's a really good question. And you've got to ask now, are UEFA going to continue this? This is a farce. Like, is every country going forward going to have to deploy their security services, hundreds of police officers, because they continue to allow Israel and their teams to play in our international competitions and our European competitions? No one wants to play them. So the president's own country, Slovenia, has said they will not play Israel. His brother is the Attorney General of Slovenia and said, we will not play Israel. Like, they have already said, like, we're not going to travel and play them. Right? There are countries in Europe that don't want to participate in this. There are countries in Europe who will follow the fan ban like this already. You know, the Dutch have already passed a ban in Amsterdam. This is Maccabi Tel Aviv, and other Israeli teams can't come and their fans can't come. Well, Birmingham, I hope that following this game, Birmingham Council passes a similar ban, permanently banning Israeli fans and their teams. And I think that will be replicated across Europe. And all UEFA are doing right now is putting themselves in a situation when they're at odds with what the public wants, with what football fans want, and with, frankly, what their own organizational staff want and leaders want. The only man who's stopping this happening right now is Alexander Sefrin.
Could that change when they see scenes like this playing out here in the UK?
Yeah, I think they're going to hope that tensions dampen down, obviously. But next week's an international break and Israel plays again, and you're going to see people going, why are they still in international tournaments that are taking place in Europe? This is not going away. And I think the message that these fans and fans across Europe, you know, you cover this at TRT. You've seen the stadiums in Galatasaray. You've seen the stadiums in Turin. There are more Palestinian flags, more tifos dedicated to Palestine and the children that are being massacred than I have seen in my lifetime in football. The momentum from fans is getting bigger and bigger, asking for action in this. And is he waiting for actual violence? Is he waiting for any more violence, should I say, because it's already happened in Amsterdam? Is he waiting for something tragic to happen for him to take action?
It's a very important point, Ashish. And your campaign, Game Over Israel, what will be your next steps after this match and the fact that UEFA has not banned Israel?
I mean, all our pressure now is on Alexander Sefrin. We even following this match next week, our whole campaign is focused on him to actually bring this vote to the table. We know, having talked to most of the football federations on the executive committee, that they will vote to support this. The only one that we believe will not support this is Germany, which has its political alliance with Israel. But every other member, I believe, will vote to support the suspension of Israel. Multiple reasons. No one wants this genocidal state in football anymore. No one wants to police the chaos that is caused by this genocidal state appearing in their countries. And no one else wants to talk about this anymore in football. They want to move on and play the game without this being an issue. Right, that is where the federations are. Sefrin's the only one who can bring this to votes. Next week, you're going to see a series of activations globally from Times Square to Geneva, calling for Sefrin to actually bring a vote to the table. And also, UEFA have an event in London to launch Euro 2028 next week. And there will be mass demonstrations around that event.
Lots to keep an eye out for, and especially the game that will start in less than half an hour there. And just we'll stay on this live picture for a second there. You can hear the crowds, you can see police force there as well. And that is the game, the match, Maccabi Tel Aviv Europa League match against Aston Villa, which starts at 20 GMT. Ashish, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.